Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, students were welcomed back from winter break with new changes to the main cafeteria.
Quinnipiac students have finally decided to name the pub up on York Hill. Find out what they chose.
And there's an increase in robberies and crime in the Hamden Plaza, so find out how residents are reacting.
All this and so much more to cover coming up on the Q30 Newscast.
Good evening and welcome to the first Q30 Newscast of the decade. I'm Katie O'Keefe.
And I'm Connor Oldthorne, and after over a month off, Katie, for winter break, we have lots of news and updates in the Quinnipiac and Hamden community to cover.
We start tonight with new upgrades to the main cafeteria, to the food that is. The Student Government Association initiated these changes after lots of students complained of undercooked and inedible food. Hepsa Rajan has more.
After multiple complaints directed at the quality of the food, Quinnipiac Dining made an effort to implement new foods and lower prices for students this spring semester. Quinnipiac Dining is set on improving the student dining experience. Bowl Life has gone international, and Chuck Couture, the resident district manager for Quinnipiac Dining, said that the cuisine would keep changing every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks, the student body can vote on different concepts, and we're going to change it up to keep it fresh and keep the variety going.
Sushi dough replaced revolutionary sushi. Chuck's reasoning behind the removal of revolutionary sushi was to provide students with a wider menu and lower prices.
Overwhelmingly, the student body wanted more options, so we were able to increase the quality, offer teriyaki and chicken bowls, teriyaki tofu chicken bowls, ramen bowls, and just increase our offerings up there. And we were able to lower the prices as well.
A variety of combination meals paired with beverages also were introduced to help students save money. When asked about the new app, Boost, Chuck said that it was made by a sister company of Chartwell's.
This is a technology that our company, it's a sister company of ours, and they've developed this app that ties into the meal plan. So as soon as we were capable of doing it technology-wise, we were excited to introduce it.
While many students were happy about the new app, Sophia thought that there was room for improvement.
Obviously, we need to work out some of the little kinks, and I think definitely the students need to get used to it a little, or the workers need to get used to it a little bit more, sort of accommodating for the people coming in and also the online orders. But I think that it'll definitely get more efficient as time goes on.
I used it for Starbucks yesterday for the first time. It worked well.
And for the future of Quinnipiac Dining, Chuck had something very interesting to say.
We're part of the master plan. I can't tell you what it is now because I personally don't know, but I know that there's always talk about what we can do better.
This is Hepsa Rajan reporting for Q30 News.
The main cafeteria improved its food quality. The York Hill campus is almost ready to open its new pub. Over winter break, students voted on what the new pub name should be, and President Judy Olian shared on Instagram the new name and why she thinks this pub will improve student life.
I want to start with some exciting news on a fantastic new venue. You chose the name of our new pub at Rocky Top on the Rocks. It'll open in the next few weeks and will be a great gathering place and vibrant addition to student life here at QU.
The pub is expected to open before the end of the school year in May. 3 different residence halls on main campus are not only getting air conditioning but also brand new furniture. The Pearlroth, Larson, and Troops halls have been under construction for a year since asbestos was found in the buildings. The new halls are expected to open this May, and last week students got a taste for the new furniture style. Very modern, to say the least. Students were able to see the furniture options in the furniture showcase and provide feedback on the pieces they wanted to see in the halls. The furniture will come from an American-based company called RT London.
Quinnipiac's counseling services have changed their policies on walk-in appointments. Brooke Riley has more on how this will affect students.
As a new semester begins, more changes are coming to Quinnipiac's counseling services.
We're trying to move from a one-size-fits-all approach to a more of a tailored, individualized approach. And part of what we're doing is expediting the way students can get in.
The new approach allows students to schedule same-day 30-minute counseling appointments.
We heard the students saying they were having a really hard time getting in for appointments, and so we're trying to really address that and provide a better service for our students.
Students believe that this change will be beneficial to those in need of last-minute counseling.
To just walk in saying after they had a really tough test or they're having roommate issues and any other type of RA isn't around or friend, having a professional to talk to can really benefit a lot of students.
I have known a couple of people who have already had a mental breakdown and they wish they had somebody to talk to instead of holding in all that feelings.
Counseling services is, however, currently down one counselor.
A position that is vacant was a part-time position. So as far as the hours, I think we're maximizing what we can do with the staff that we have.
The Health, Wellness, and Accessibility Special Representation Senator for the Student Government Association is taking any suggestions students may have to continue improving these services on campus.
Students have concerns that they have for the health center or for anything on campus, that reaching out to the appropriate representative is a good way to implement those changes.
Reading recommends that students looking to see a counselor the same day call earlier that day so they can be seen as soon as possible. At the Quinnipiac University Health and Wellness Center, Brooke Riley, Q30 News.
A new study from Georgetown University's Center on Education and Welfare has Quinnipiac University in the top 3% of U.S. colleges and universities for long-term return on investments. After collecting their diploma, graduates will have a strong potential for earnings, as posted on qu.edu. The same report also put Quinnipiac in the top 100 for its graduates' median 10-year earnings. A committee of Quinnipiac faculty members and students met to form the vision of the future for sustainability on campus. The group has held 2 town hall meetings with both students and faculty members raising concerns. Leah Lavin is one of those board members.
It sometimes seems overwhelming and seems like you can't do anything because the data, the numbers, the years that we have left is all terrifying and it's intimidating. But when it comes down to it, do what you can. Everything helps. You might not be able to change the world in one day, but you can change your world right here at Quinnipiac.
And the Sustainability Committee said students can go to an open forum on Blackboard, which is the student portal, for any questions, comments, and concerns.
The Hamden Plaza is full of popular stores like Walmart, but as of late, it's also full of a lot of crime. Just last Friday, there was a robbery, and Kay Pattyfoot has the story.
In the last 2 weeks, Hamden police have responded to a number of incidents in this Hamden area. On January 16th, police responded to a crime spree in Hamden.
Robberies are happening is very unsettling.
Hamden police reported that one of the female victims was 70 years old. She was pushing her car in the parking lot, where she was then approached from behind by a black male who grabbed her purse. However, the male was unsuccessful in stealing her purse.
I'm shocked. I had no idea about him. That's pretty scary. I wouldn't have wanted to be there.
On January 24th, another female victim in the same area was robbed. According to Hamden police, the victim was approached by a male at knife point. He demanded she surrender her purse to him and then proceeded to grab her purse from her shopping cart. The Hamden police were able to connect this crime with a vehicle that had crashed on Bedford Street earlier that morning. Police arrested Kenzo Goodman and Raisha Biel of New Haven in connection with the knife point robbery. Because of these recent robberies, some students may stop shopping at the Hamden Plazas and shop elsewhere.
I would not shop there late at night. I think that, with that and that vulnerability that women already feel, I feel like that's actually Walmart might actually take a little bit of a hit at night.
Something I think I would still probably shop there. I would just probably be a little bit more, on the lookout.
Due to the recent robberies in this plaza and others nearby, the Hamden police would like to offer some helpful tips on shopping in this area. If possible, leave your purse at home. Carry only your essentials such as money, your credit card, and your IDs in your pockets. And if you are going to carry a purse, only carry what you specifically need. If you're going to use a credit card, only bring that one credit card. In Hamden, Connecticut, I'm Kay Pattyfoot, Q30 News.
And from all of us at Q30, make sure to keep your heads up and stay safe when out and about. And now it's time for our first commercial break.
When we come back, Chris Stacy is live in studio with updates from recent breaking news coming out of Farmington, Connecticut.
Hey guys, I got a little glimpse of your weather right before we go to break here. What we did see today was sunny skies with a high of 38, but what we'll be seeing tonight and right now is a low of 18. Very, very, very cold. make sure to have a jacket out if you are going outside. Tomorrow, we do have a high of 36 and a low of 24, kind of getting up there in the lows. Friday, a high of 42 and a low of 30, really coming up there. We will have that and more right after this break.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Not only is York Hill opening a brand new pub, but the gym just got brand new equipment, including new treadmills with new technology. Dylan Abad has more.
Students returning from vacation may have noticed the brand new, state-of-the-art fitness equipment in the York Hill Fitness Center. New machines were added, which now give students the ability to track, record, and share their workouts.
So we've replaced all of the treadmills, the ellipticals, the upright and recumbent bikes, and then we also replaced all the spinning bikes that are in the room for the classes.
With the tap of a cue card, students get access to a personalized experience. Exercise data can be shared with Apple and Android fitness trackers using the Priva app.
So the Priva app allows you to, after you get off the treadmill, it knows that you ran 2 miles and what your pace was, and then you download that right into your app, and it keeps track of everything for you. It'll also allow students to create their own account. They can watch their Netflix while they're working out, and eventually they'll be rolling out Hulu and ESPN+. So if you wanted to have a better entertainment system while you're working out, that's certainly a new option.
Spinning instructors are also taking advantage of the new equipment.
They are just so excited to share it. It's changing the way they coach. It's going to change the way they help the students really reach goals. So it's pretty exciting on both ends for us.
Students can access the York Hill Fitness Center from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. For Q30 News, I'm Dylan Abad.
Q-Thon raised funds and awareness for Connecticut Children's Hospital by hosting a Night the Flame event. Students would participate by lighting a luminary. This is a type of candle, and this year, Q-Thon hosted Quinnipiac students on the quad and had them make luminaries out of paper bags, and writing on them why they dance, and the kids on them as well, their names, and spread them throughout the campus. A group of Global Public Health QU students put together a team to participate in the Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services Run for Refugees 5K. The run starts at 10 a.m. on Sunday, February the 2nd at the Wilbur Cross High School in New Haven. There's still time to register, and if you register on the link on MyQ and use the code NETTER, N-E-T-T-E-R, you can save $5.
As the coronavirus continues to spread, the university is taking extra caution. There is no immediate threat to Quinnipiac, even though there was a scare earlier today at Yale University, where a high school student was tested negative for the virus. Quinnipiac's University Medical Director for Student Health, Phil Brewer, sent the following to students. Student Health Services and the divisions represented on the emergency management team are taking steps to promote early recognition of and rapid response to possible coronavirus cases to minimize the potential for the illness to spread within the Quinnipiac community. You can help keep our community safer and healthier by following daily hygiene routines and to get your flu shot. The influenza is spreading just as fast as the coronavirus.
And Katie, I know I'm definitely going to be washing my hands a lot more now that this virus is going around.
As we all should. And Chris Stacy has more on the spread of this virus. Chris?
Connor, Katie, thank you. We start today with the coronavirus, just like you just said, Katie, and it has spread into the United States. As of now, there's over 6,000 cases of the virus in China with a death toll of about 132. And there have been reported cases of the coronavirus outside of China. That includes in 5 confirmed cases in the United States. Because of the cases found in the U.S., over 100 people are being tested to see if they might have the virus because they were in close contact with someone who has a positive test. All 5 confirmed cases have traveled from the U.S. from Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the outbreak. Now on to some Connecticut news. Fotos Doulos was hospitalized after a suicide attempt on Tuesday. Doulos tried to poison himself using carbon monoxide in his Farmington, Connecticut home. According to WFSB, Doulos was receiving CPR outside of his home after the attempted carbon monoxide poisoning. Doulos is on life support and is in critical condition at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx. Doulos was charged with the murder of his wife earlier this month. He was able to post bond but was placed on house arrest. His wife, Jennifer Doulos, disappeared in May 2019. And yesterday marked the 34th anniversary of NASA's Space Shuttle Challenger's explosion. 7 crew members, along with the New Hampshire teacher Krista McAuliffe, died due to the spacecraft exploding shortly after takeoff from Cape Canaveral, Florida. The explosion was due to a design flaw along with cold weather. The launch of the spacecraft was broadcast live across the nation, and many students were watching the events unfold on the broadcast live. McAuliffe was the first civilian teacher ever to be chosen for a space mission.
Thank you, Chris. But now it is time for another break. But when we come back on the Q30 Newscast, Luca Triant lets you know what you'll have to wear for next week. And Kate Pattyfoot takes a look at what's happening in the political scene around the country. Stick with us on Q30 TV.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Now we have Q30's Luca Triant standing by with your full weather forecast, hoping to see more sunny days ahead.
I know I'm definitely looking forward to maybe some nicer days in the future, but Luca, what do you got for us?
Thank you, Katie and Connor. What I do got for you is what we're facing right now across the state. Let's take a look at that. We have temperatures here in New Haven at around 30 right now. It's actually been on the warm side comparing to the state. 27 in Danbury, 26 in Torrington. As we get farther from the coast, it does get a little bit colder there. Not too much, but enough to make it count with those degree numbers. 28 in Hartford in the capital. Norwich, 28, also kind of staying consistent up there. 30 in New London, just like New Haven, a product of being right on the coast. As we move on to the 7-day outlook, I do have what we are going to be facing for the rest of the week. However, it is not going to snow. We did face sunny skies today, and Thursday and Friday will be partly cloudy skies. I covered that in the teaser. But on Saturday, it will be raining, not snowing as it was going to be, unfortunately, with temperatures still being in 41 with a low of 29. So actually kind of rising, which could be a good thing if you want to see those rising temps, although no snow days in our foreseeable future. Sunday, we do have partly cloudy skies with a high of 44 and a low of 32. kind of still going up there. Don't seem to be lowering anytime soon. Monday, sunny skies, high in the low 50s with a low of 35. Tuesday, 53, partly cloudy skies with a low of 40. That's all I got for you guys. First weather of the decade, but I will bring it back to the folks at the desk. Connor and Katie, back to you.
Thanks, great work as always. Kay Pattyfoot has the latest from today's coverage of the impeachment against President Trump. And Connor, news stations all around the country were covering this today. Did you get a chance to watch any of them?
I actually didn't. I was a little busy today, but I will definitely go back after this and definitely take a look at what's been going on around the country. I know she's also going on with NAFTA and immigration. Now, do you know anything about those?
It's been in the news and you hear about it. It's a lot of debate in the politics world, so it's a big gray area. But Kay, what do you got for us?
Thanks. We're going to jump right in tonight with an update on the impeachment trials. In the Senate today, the senators got their first opportunity to ask questions of President Trump's attorney and House managers about the president's conduct toward Ukraine. A key moment when defense lawyer Alan Dershowitz suggested that since President Trump was only acting in the public's interest, he cannot be impeached. Meanwhile, the debate continues outside the chamber over whether to call certain witnesses, specifically former National Security Advisor John Bolton. In a closed-door meeting Tuesday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he does not yet have the votes to block witnesses. While the trial goes on, President Trump is not stopping today. He fulfilled a campaign promise to rewrite the North American trade rules. For more than 2 years, there have been tense negotiations over the continent's trade commitments. This ended as President Trump signed the revised deal this morning. It is now called the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement and is the first update to NAFTA. For over a quarter century, President Trump said in a press conference afterwards, quote, "For the first time in American history, we have replaced a disastrous trade deal that rewarded outsourcing with a truly fair reciprocal trade deal," end quote. And on the topic of new policies, the Supreme Court has ruled that Trump's new immigration restrictions, being called the quote-unquote wealth test, will be allowed. Under the Department of Homeland Security rule, already legal immigrants receiving or deemed likely to need services such as food stamps, Medicaid, or housing vouchers can be denied residency or green cards. The Supreme Court had a 5-4 ruling on the limitations imposed by all 4 liberal justices, and it takes effect nationwide. It would not affect Illinois, where a separate court order has already blocked the policy.
Now, I know, Katie, that Katie just gave us some great information. I will not have to go back and watch it. Now I'm all set. But when we come back from our quick commercial break,
we'll have your sports update and more. Stay tuned.
Oh, hey there. Just a typical Q30 news ad, right?
Or an action-packed sports pause ad.
But it's a Quarterback Tonight ad.
From Hampton to Hollywood, we're your...
Nope. Quarterback Tonight ad.
Today, President Olean announced
It's a Quarterback Tonight ad. The Bobcat tennis team has just scored their first touchdown of the season. Quarterback Tonight ad.
Live sketch comedy, improv, hysterical pre-tapes, and more at Quinnipiac Tonight, Thursdays, 9:30 in the Piazza.
Oh, hey there.
the Q30 Newscast.
Oh, hey there.
Students were away for the winter break. We had a bunch of games going on, and the athletics did not stop. And Mike Dalton is here to inform us with the passing of a former NBA superstar. Mike?
Thanks, Connor. A helicopter crash in Calabasas, California this past Sunday morning left 9 people dead, including LA Lakers legend Kobe Bryant and his second oldest daughter, Gianna. countless players, fans, and organizations giving the Bryant family their condolences, including the UConn women's basketball team, where Gianna hoped to one day be playing for Gino Auriemma and company. The Huskies paid tribute to Kobe and Gianna prior to the exhibition game against Team US in Hartford, placing a Husky jersey on one of the bench chairs along with a bouquet of flowers. A 24-second moment of silence was carried out as well in honor of Kobe's jersey number. Quinnipiac women's ice hockey hosted the Princeton Tigers last night. The Tigers scored 3 straight goals before the Bobcats could respond with a goal of their own. Taylor Gerard lit the lamp in the third period, and first-year forward Sadie Peart scored with 0.3 seconds remaining, but it was too little too late as the Tigers were able to hold on, winning 3-2. Third straight loss for the Bobcats, who now move down to 9th place, as you can see there in the ECAC hockey standings. And with 8 games left in the regular season, it's crunch time for the Bobcats, who will need to move up at least 3 spots in the standings if they want a chance to qualify for the ECAC hockey tournament. And junior guard Rich Kelly of the Quinnipiac men's basketball team became the 42nd player in program history to reach 1,000 career points. Kelly accomplished the feat back on Friday against Fairfield, and he did it with his brother sitting on the opponent's bench. Rich's younger brother John Kelly is currently a first-year forward for the Stags, so a very big night for the entire Kelly family as the Bobcats beat the Stags 81-67. However, the Bobcats would travel to Siena and lose to the Saints 84-61. Well, that's it for the world of sports. Katie, Connor, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. And we wrap up tonight with news of a recent location change of a popular Hamden deli.
Kaylee Heffler has more on the story.
The Corner Deli, a Hamden favorite, recently changed locations from the corner of Dixwell and Evergreen right onto Whitney Ave. The deli changed locations because of issues with the old lease.
The lease was too high, and it was many issues with the landlord. That's why we moved.
Corner Deli has seen a spike in students coming for food since the change in locations, and owner Jaime is pleased with the new location.
Many more students, and business is still the January is very slow for us, but it's still doing real good. I like the location better, yes. I think it's going to be a better business.
Students also agree that this new location is better than the old.
So I think Corner Deli is a great new option, and so much closer to us now that it's like we don't have to eat at the Rat, or you don't have to go to Ray and Mike's or Tonino's. Like, it's not so far.
Though some think the change in location might cause competition between other food places on Whitney Ave.
I also think that there might be some competition now with Corner Deli there, with especially Ray and Mike's, maybe Tonino's and Falcon Pizza.
Owner Jaime is not concerned about competition arising between his own deli and others.
I think everyone does things different. So, people who come here already know what they're looking for, and the same thing with the other locations. We don't look like a competition. I think it's a market for everyone.
Corner Deli now opens at 8 a.m. for breakfast and closes at 7 p.m. Students often visit Corner Deli around lunchtime to get one of the most popular items on the menu, a buffalo chicken sandwich. For Q30 News, I'm Kaylee Heffler.
Thanks, Kaylee and Katie. I'm definitely going to have to check out the Corner Deli in the future because, not going to lie, looking at all that food made me a little bit hungry.
It's right on the way from York Hill to main campus, so it should be an easy stop for most Quinnipiac students. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight's newscast, but be sure to check out all of our content at Q30TV.com.
And check out our Twitter at Q30 News for all your news and updates. For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Connor Olathorn.
And I'm Katie O'Keefe. Have a good night, Bobcats.